Nothing ever happens. But why? Every time it looks like something's about to happen, nothing actually happens. We might say we're always getting infinitely closer to something happening, but we never quite get there because nothing ever happens. But this means that 100% of happenings never actually happen. So why does nothing happen? One reason is because of the rationalization process. It comes from this guy, Max Weber, who thought that over time, societies were becoming more coherent, more rationally bureaucratized and administered, meaning that over time, they're more controlled, such that no anomalies can ever happen. But that's not all. Another reason is because of what Theodor Adorno has called the totally administered society. See, it's not only that society is becoming more rational, our needs are becoming administered by this managerial class. This means that our potentiality to even make anomalies is simultaneously reduced. But still, that's not everything. There's also the breakdown of temporal signifiers through administration, which comes to us from Frederick Jameson in the 90s. See, Jameson thought that culture was also part of this total administration, not just what we need, but what we make and how we make it. How we make it becomes incoherent because we can't adequately refer back to the past. When we do this, anomalies will still happen, but we don't really know what to do about them. So, nothing ever actually happens to those anomalies. But we know those anomalies are happening. We know martial law was just triggered in South Korea. But this referred to nothing because nothing ever happened. As the cultural theorist Jean Baudrillard has described it, increasingly, culture has no reference to anything. This administration, this bureaucracy, it's just doing the same thing it's been doing over and over. It refers to nothing. And so in the end, nothing ever happens. This is our giant mass of signifiers produced over and over through public and private bureaucracies. And to throw a wrench in the chain of any of this would be to tear it all down. All that administration, all that rationalization, all that signification. In an instant, it would all be thrown away. And it won't be, because nothing ever happens. The conclusion is this: nothing ever happens because society is becoming more institutionally coherent and bureaucratized. As this happens, needs become more administered with increasing interdependency, meaning that management often concerns meaning and signification, which over time becomes practically incoherent. It looks like things are happening, but in the end, any happening would threaten the whole apparatus, the whole network of meaning and signification, so that in the end, nothing ever happens. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.